All right, so we have to talk a little bit about the Pestel analysis here.
Yeah, and the macro environment. We can use a Pestel analysis to identify the key macro environmental forces that might affect the company, which include the political, the economic, the social, cultural, the technological, the environmental, and the legal factors. These forces are can both create opportunities and threats for the company's future growth.
Right. The Pestel analysis definition. Pestel involves the collection of portrayal of information about external factors which have or may have an impact on business. The Pestel analysis helps you to understand and being able to adapt to your future business environment.
About the tool, the Pestel analysis is useful for four main reasons: spot business or personal opportunities, the warning of potential threats, reveals the changes within your business environment, helps you work with the change rather than against it, helps avoid starting projects that are likely to fail for reasons beyond your control, break free of unconscious assumptions while entering a new country, region, or market, develop a new objective of view this new environment.
And how to use the tool. Then you have to use a PIS to brainstorm the changes happening around you. Use the prompts below the guide, your questioning, and tailor the questions to suit the specific needs of the business. Brainstorm your opportunities arising from each of these changes, and then brainstorm threats or issues that could be caused by them, and take appropriate action.
Appropriate. Political factors. Within the political factors, which is the P, you have to, when is the country's next local, state, or national election? How could this change the government or religion policy? You have to adapt to who are the most likely contenders for power, what are the views on business policy and on other politicals that affect the organization. It's depending on the country how well developed or are property rights and the rule of law, and how widespread are corruption and organized crime. How are these situations likely to change, and how is this likely to affect you? Could any pending legalization or taxation change affect your business either positively or negatively? How will business regulation, along with any planned changes to it, affect your business? And is there a trend towards relegation or derelegation? How does the government approach corrupt policy, corrupt social responsibility, environmental issues, and customer protection legalization? What impact does this have, and is it likely to change? What is the likely timescale of proposed legislation, something change? Are there any other political factors that are likely to change?
The economic factors. How stable is the current economy? Is it growing, stagnating, or declining? Are key exchange rates stable, or do they tend to vary significantly? Are customers' level of disposable income rising or falling? How is this likely to change in the next few years? How is the unemployment rate? Will it be easy to build a skilled workforce, or will it be expensive to hire skilled labor? Do consumers and business have easy access to credit? If not, how will this affect your organization? How is globalization affecting the economic environment? Are there any other economic factors that you should consider?
And about the social cultural factors, what's the population's growth rate and age profile? How is they likely to change? Are the generational shift in attitude likely to affect what you're doing? What is society's level of health, education, and social mobility? How are these changing, and what impact does this have? What employment patterns, job market trends, and attitudes towards work can observe? Are these different for different age groups? What social attitudes and social taboos could affect your business? Have there been recent social cultural changes that might affect this? How do religious beliefs and lifestyle choices affect your population? Are any other social cultural factors likely to drive change for the business?
Technology factors. Are there any new technologies that you could be using? Are there any new technologies on the horizon that could radically affect your work on your industry? Do any of your competitors have access to new technologies that could redefine their products? In which areas do government and educational institutions focus their research? Is there anything you can do to take advantage of this? How have infrastructures change affected or work patterns, for example, levels or remote working? Are there any existing technology hubs that you could work with or learn from? Are there any other technological factors that you should consider?
Yeah, then we have the environmental factors. As you can see, there are listed below green issues, the level of CO2 emission, possible requirements of green accounts, and water pollution, recycling rules, rubbish and waste, and how to dispose of it, attitude towards green and ecological products, and weather and climate changes.
Near the legal factors, and the legal factors include the law of competition and employment, product and product safety laws, copyright laws, and intellectual property law, consumer protection law, and e-commerce law, and data protection law.
Alright, the brainstorm opportunities. Once you identify the changes that are taking place in your business environment, it's time to look at each change and brainstorm the opportunities that it could open for you. For example, could it help you develop your new products, or open up new markets, or help you make processes more efficient?
Then we have the brainstorm threats. It's important to think about the possible changes that can undermine your business. Be able to avoid these problems or minimize their impact. If a core part of the market is in demographic decline, could you open other areas of the market?
Okay, where have you identified the significant opportunities? Build the actions you'll take to exploit them into your business plan. Where have you identified the significant risk to appropriate action to manage or eliminate them?
And that was it.